Greetings. This is going to be a quick all 12. First things first, I want to say, really thinking about all of the Florida folk right now with Hurricane Ian. So if you don't know what's going on with that, I just feel like people should. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, the World card. Yeah. I mean, we know it's going to be one hell of a storm. I also just want to say, if you do research, hurricanes with the letter I have, historically speaking, done the most damage. So, Hurricane Ian. All right, let's start off with Capricorn. So I just want to say, if you haven't evacuated and your area seems like you probably should, then you need to get the fuck out. Like, I'm saying that because I don't want your life to be taken. So if you're in Florida and you need to evacuate or get somewhere safe, please do that. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Capricorn. Never thought that I would be talking about hurricanes on here, but you never know, right? I wrote like 3 pages of channeled messages today, you guys. So I'm going to do a collective reading tomorrow, but I realized I haven't done a tarot all 12 signs in a while. So Capricorn, 5 of Cups with the 10 of Pentacles in the World card. Some of my Capricorns, you could be upset about a family situation here. This could be like someone in the family isn't doing well, so you gain a deed, you gain something. Like, it's sad because for some of you guys, this is inheritance with the World card, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. So for some of my Capricorns, someone in the family has gone or could be on their way out, and you are inheriting something, and it's like, how are you really gonna, this is for a very specific Capricorn. It's like, how are you really going to be excited about this when you're grieving the loss? So it's like a double-edged sword. A double-edged sword is what Spirit is saying. With the 7 of Pentacles, I was going to say 5 of Pentacles because that was showing out in the pre-shuffle. Yes. So for some of my Capricorns, you can feel like you've been waiting on something for a while. You can feel like something is never going to come through. And then it finally does come through, and it's great, and it brings you more abundance. But when it comes through, there's something emotionally sad about the situation. Like, there's something heartbreaking about the situation. And Capricorn, it could just be that the situation actually elicits emotions in you. And for the most part, my Capricorns are really, really great at being emotionless and stepping emotions to the side and, really getting to the grit. Putting your money where your mouth is. Capricorn. All right, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aquarius. Ooh, Justice with the 10 of Swords, and the cards aren't wanting to shuffle. Some of my Aquarians, you are being very stubborn about something. Someone else is being stubborn about something with you. You could be dealing with another Aquarius or a Libra or a Gemini. Some of my Aquarians, you could be fighting over something. I hate to say it, but this could be some sort of, battle in the courts. With the Justice and the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. For some of my Aquarians, you could be dealing with some sort of like custody type thing. For some of my Aquarians, you emotionally disconnected from a situation a long time ago, but you still have a lot to say about it. So for some of my Aquarians, you dissociate, you check out, so that you can get through something, but that's not really dealing with the situation. So Spirit's like, you can emotionally walk away from the situation, Aquarius, but that doesn't mean that you've healed or solved the situation. That doesn't mean that it's going to end. And for some of my Aquarians, watch it, because you could definitely be fighting. I'm seeing opposite sexes fight. So, if you're Aquarius female, be cautious in getting in fights with men. And if you're Aquarius male, be cautious of getting in fights with women, because there is a lot here that's being misconstrued, Spirit is saying, Aquarius. So someone is taking your words out of context, or you're taking somebody else's words out of context, and you're getting your panties in a twist, or they're getting their panties in a twist, and it's really not helping the situation, because it's not even facts. Spirit's saying, because it's not, those aren't even the facts. So it's like someone here isn't hearing the truth of the matter, because when the other person is talking, they're literally just thinking of what they're going to say. They're not actually listening. So Aquarius, there's something here of you're not listening or they're not listening, but likely you're both not listening. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Pisces. Ooh. Now back to Aquarius, because these 2 cards, 8 of Pentacles with the 6 of Cups, showed out, but they didn't actually flip out. So 8 of Pentacles with the 6 of Cups. For some of my Aquarians, someone could be, I'm hearing the middleman, the milkwoman, or the milkman. I don't know. The milkman or the middleman is getting in the way. Someone's getting in the way, Aquarius. Getting in the way of this partnership, this dream job. Again, like I said, could be custody. 6 of Cups is children, so there's definitely something like that here. Someone's getting in the way, and someone's mad about it because they know 8-8 that they've been balanced, that they deserve romance. 6 in numerology is Venusuvian. It's a number of Venus, so romance, partnership. 2 is just like base partnership. 6 is romantic partnership. There's more passion there. There's some gusto. You know, there's the color red. Mahogany, Spirit corrected me. With the 8, I'm saying like mahogany velvet curtains, so it's showtime is what I'm hearing. So some of my Aquarians, yeah, sorry I went back to Aquarius, but I guess there's still more to say. Of course there's more to say if I let it. That's why I try and like go on to the next sign. But yeah, for some of my Aquarians, it's showtime. And if someone was trying to be the middleman and get in the way, they are not going to be able to get in the way of this love with the 2 of Cups. Nope, they sure won't. All right, Pisces. Now I can go to Pisces. Bless you, Miguel. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Pisces. Ooh, family in the reverse with the Devil card. Okay, so for some of my Pisces, there's a very karmic connection. This could be somebody in the family who doesn't have good thoughts or feelings towards you. This is like a family member that's a hater. Oh my gosh, what was it? I wrote this in my, hold on, I have to get this from my book, but I'm not wearing pants right now. I carry my whole phone with me. I would walk over here, but I'm not gonna walk around in my underwear in front of you guys. So, all right. I was gonna save my book for tomorrow whenever I do channeled messages, but I guess I'm not doing that anymore. I'm getting my book right now because Pisces. Drake song. Hold on. This is just what I do. Welcome to my life. All right, Pisces. Okay. It's the end. It's the song All Me. So Pisces, your channeled song is All Me by Drake. I came up, that's all me. Stay true, that's all me. Also, I got trust issues. I'm sorry for the people I pushed out. So for some of my Pisces, Spirit is saying, if you had to push out certain family members because you were going through certain times of your life and they weren't understanding, they weren't really there for the healing, if they really love you, they should be able to see it from that rather than, you pushed me away. They should be able to recognize, like, okay, you know, they just need healing, they just need space. Now, if you have family members that are like breathing down your neck, Pisces, that are like, you need to be talking to me, you need to X, Y, and Z, if you have a family member that even starts any thought or any, you know, words to you, Pisces, with you need, until they're done with that, and when they're done with that, then you can invite them back in. The very end of the song All Me, though, it's N-word. Since I'm white, I'm not going to say it. N-word still hating, but it ain't working, little bitch. So it's like, yeah, you know, boys and girls still hating, but it ain't working, Pisces. So you got some people hating, but it's not working, and it's also bothering them. Could also be someone with heavy Capricorn placements. Some of my Pisces, I'm also hearing the song Brand New Colony, in a brand new colony where everything has changed. We'll give ourselves new names, identities erased. Okay, so some of my Pisces, you may want to like move somewhere, change your freaking name, erase your identity, just like totally changing up the scene, Pisces. Moon card, Cancerian, but I also see it as Piscean. Oh yeah, some of my Pisces, you're like going into the deep blue sea. That's a movie, check it out, to like reinvent yourself. 3 of Swords in the reverse. Now, it wasn't entirely reversed, it was mostly reversed because you're still on the journey with the 2 of Wands. So my Pisces, you could be traveling, you could be thinking about moving, relocating, you could be looking at multiple options. With the 3 of Swords in the reverse, you could, I'm hearing cut your losses, you just want to cut your losses on something. It's like it's going to be heartbreaking if you stay somewhere, it's going to be heartbreaking if you leave, so you're picking the, what is it, the better of 2 evils, the worst of 2 evils, the whatever of 2 evils is what I'm hearing. What is that saying? The lesser of 2 evils. Yeah, with the Hermit card, Pisces, Spirit is telling you to be very meticulous and slow when you make certain decisions. All right, Aries. Empress. Okay, Aries. We like to see it. Some of my Aries, you're mothers. You're very good mothers. Other of my Aries females, you're divine feminine. And guess what? The Empress does not leave her throne for anybody. So a lot of my Aries females that are in this divine feminine energy, you will not chase a boy. You will not chase a man, because a real man who's ready for something is going to come to you, present himself to you, and court you. Now, does a flower go around and chase a honeybee for the bee to pollinate it? I don't fucking think so. The flower is in the ground. The flower is in the soil. The flower does not move. The flower is rooted into the soil. The honeybee comes to the flower. So if you are dealing with any boys, Aries, that try and make you move even a half inch to them, remember, darling, you are a flower. Don't fucking move. Sun card, and then you get your happiness. I do have to say though, Aries, with the Empress and the Sun card, again, heavy energy of children here. So if you're not trying to have children, be careful. If you are trying to have children, congratulations. You probably got a bun in the oven right now. And if you just have toddlers or kids already, your kids love you and you're a wonderful mother. So keep up the work. Okay, what else for my Aries that aren't moms or that don't want kids? Because that was a very specific Aries. I feel like, oh, 6 of Cups pushed out, 7 of Cups. Some of my Aries, you could be feeling a lot of confusion or having a lot of options, people from the past with Justice and the Page of Cups. Some of my Aries, you just want, you're like, I just want pure love. I just want a good, like, is this too much to ask for? Something that's just like innocent and pure and genuine and balanced with the Justice card. You just want someone on your frequency. That's what I'm seeing, Aries, with the Page of Cups. The background here, this wave is like really steady. It's not even a wave really. It's like a lazy river. It's like a lull. And Aries, you're like, I just want something stable and steady that's like on my frequency. So, and the scales are also balanced here. So Aries, this shows, you know, you've been balancing yourself. King of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. So for a lot of my Aries, you get your own bag. You are your own boss. You're an entrepreneur or a contractor in some way, and money looks great considering it's the King of Pentacles. Whatever you do right now is definitely probably in your North Node with Justice and the King of Pentacles. It's what you're supposed to be doing. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Taurus. I don't know that I said Jupiter for the others. I meant it, but I don't know. I feel like a Taurus Jupiter really needs to get this message. But most of you guys only watch for your sun signs. So go to Google, type in free birth chart, and when you get that information, Taurus, or anybody, check your signs. Whoa, okay, Ace of Wands, the Lover's card, and the Taurus. And the Taurus and the Tower. Okay, so for some of my Tauruses, you're dealing with another Taurus. Clearly, because I said it. For some of you guys, you're dealing with a Gemini, Scorpio, Aries, Sag, Leo, another Taurus as well. Now, I have to say, for some of my Tauruses, going back to the Aries, if you're hooking up, be cautious, because Aries had Empress, which is a card of pregnancy, and a Sun card, which is a card of pregnancy. Taurus, you have the Ace of Wands and the Tower card, which are my two phallic ding-dong cards. So for some of my Tauruses, you are the male energy here, and you want to put a bun in the oven in someone with a strong Aries placement. With the Lover's card here, it's a very strong connection, but with the 6 of Pentacles energy, someone is like breadcrumbing. They're not really treating this person as strongly as they actually feel. So for some of my Taurans, you're hiding how much you really care about someone, and you're treating them like a hookup, like just a fuck buddy, but you're actually in love with them and you're hiding this. For some of my Taurans, it like blows your mind how much you actually care about this person, because you don't actually want to care this much. Now for my Taurans who are married, be cautious, because there could be a temptation that is testing your partner, and this could actually make you guys fall deeper in love if your partner is actually honest about it. Now, if someone's tempting you, Taurus, and you're in a relationship, talking to your partner about it is actually going to make your marriage, your partnership stronger. But if you're quiet about it, then it's going to wreak havoc, and this Tower is not going to be pretty in the relationship, Taurus. So honesty is the best policy, Taurus. All right, Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini. World card with the 3 of Cups. I'm hearing, I wish I could every girl in the world. I'm also hearing hoes in different area codes. I'm also hearing girls all over the world. Isn't that a Lil Wayne song? Or Ludacris? Girls all over the world. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Not that I wish I could every girl in the world. That's Lil Wayne. But girls all over the world. Girls all in the world. Oh, this is really gonna bother me. I danced to this song in like high school, middle school dances. I want to say it's not Lloyd. Okay, well, basically, for some of my Geminis, you travel, and you have people in different area codes. And you like care about these multiple people. So for some of my Geminis, just admit that you're poly instead of trying to act like, and some of you guys, thank you if you are, if you just like straight up own what you are. But if you're a Gemini who's trying to act like you're just with this person, you're just with that person. You don't want to put a label on it because labels ruin things, but you're just with that person. No, you're not though. You're with these other people too. You're entertaining these other people too. And for some of my Geminis, if you're entertaining multiple people, and you're not really into any of them, you really need to get to the root of that, which is something core wound within yourself. So there's a core wound of like abandonment, not being enough, needing to prove. For some of my Gemini females, there's something here about just not being vulnerable enough with yourself. Oh yeah, 5 of Swords, Queen of Swords, everything is a petty fight. Why does it petty Betty? I'm hearing a petty Betty. There's a petty Betty in the house, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, this is kind of smelling like, was it Aquarius or Pisces? With the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Because you guys are definitely dealing, and I said in Aquarius you could be dealing with a Gemini, so I feel like this is Aquarius. I'm talking to a Gemini that could be dealing with an Aquarius, and if it's your partner, I don't know. There's definitely something here to walk away. Spirit is saying don't waste your breath, is what I'm hearing. So it's almost like Gemini, if temperature's rising, heating, caution, 555, changes, conflict, challenges, commotion. What's the commotion? Explosive. I am seeing air and fire and air. So like tornadoes, fires, smoke, all of these things, Gemini. Now smoke and fire is purifying, so we do like that. Don't fear the fire of self-discovery. It will not burn you. It will burn what you are not. But Gemini, there's something here of like you add too much air to the flame, and then it's just like full-on combustion. It like can't even singe properly. You know, it can't actually like, it will not burn you. It will burn what you are not. It cannot even burn. It just combusts. So for some of my Geminis, you're being cautious, told to have caution and to not combust in a situation and to not poke the other person to combust. Just because, okay, Gemini, this is what I'm hearing. Just because you know what buttons to push to make somebody or something combust does not mean that you should push those buttons. And also does not mean that if you push those buttons, even if you feel righteous and like you deserve to push those buttons, that doesn't mean that you're not going to get karma for pushing those buttons, because Spirit says Spirit takes care of everything. So if you try and put someone's karma on somebody, if you try and be like, ha, if you try and be like, gotcha, if you try and play God, basically, then God is going to backhand a hoe. So Gemini, unless you want to be backhanded and get, backhanded by God, then I would just say walk away from the situation and just for like the next 5 days. If you and somebody things are like escalating, Gemini, do everything you can for the next 5 days to just kind of like hunker down. Okay, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Genius. Okay, some of my Cancers, you are a genius. You're a genius, you know that? I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub me the right way. Some of my Cancers, if you wanna be with me, baby, there's... Okay, so for some of my Cancers, someone maybe isn't rubbing you the right way. So for some of my Cancers, you may not be sexually satisfied, 9 of Swords. For some of my Cancers, you could have some problems. But it's because a situation is like too cognitive and the person or you and your partner are not in your bodies. So it's like most of the time when a male thinks that there's like an issue, it's not even an issue. It's just that it's like all cognitive and he's not actually embodied. He's not actually in his body. In fact, he's like operating from his throat up, and he's probably not even operating from his throat up. He's like operating here, and then he's trying to push this down there rather than anchoring and connecting like each vertebra and actually being embodied in himself. So for some of my Cancers, males, clearly, there's an energy of really needing to get comfortable in your body, like ear to hoof, from your crown to, your tailbone, the base of your tailbone, your tail spine, your spine. Vocal toning exercises, Cancer. That is one of the best exercises. And for females who have like issues orgasming or, you know, getting all juicy or anything, ladies, again, vocal toning exercises. And again, it's an embodiment thing. Don't be like, oh my gosh, am I going through? Obviously, I'm not a doctor, so please get a health check if you need that. But you know, for some of my females, if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going through menopause and I'm in my 20s or 30s, you're like freaking out because of, you know, you're having some changes. Spirit says, no, this is your body's way of protecting itself, Cancer, because you are not emotionally processing something and fully healing and anchoring and integrating something, Cancer. And until you fully integrate the lesson, you can't actually enjoy the fruits of it because you have to integrate it first. The tree has to be rooted in the ground before it can produce fruit, Cancer. So you can't just be like, I'm plucking the fruit. It's like, but there, you know, the tree hasn't even been planted properly. It hasn't even grown. You know, the roots aren't really deep in the soil yet, Cancer. See? Two of Cups, King of Cups. Cancer, you're fine. This is all about embodiment. It's about feeling. In order to heal, we must feel, Cancer. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo, 10 of Pentacles. Who else got a 10 of Pentacles? Capricorn. Some of you guys could have strong Capricorn placements, or you could be dealing with a Capricorn. 10 of Swords. Some of my Leos, you could be getting divorced. You could be contemplating getting divorced. You could be threatening to get divorced. 10 of Pentacles with the 10 of Swords. Yeah, with the Page of Swords and the Sacred Union card. Leo, don't be hasty. Don't be hasty. So, as someone who's photographed weddings and worked with couples and weddings for like over 16 years, what I've observed, what makes couples really succeed in their marriage, is when they place, if you don't believe in God, I do, but if you don't, then just place something. It can be source, it can be the universe, it can be galaxy, it can be, you know, the ocean, it can be earth, it can be whatever. But for a couple to really thrive, what I've noticed is there has to be a greater entity that both people, both parties of the couple, individually devote themselves to. And it's through that triangle, through that trinity, really, that the foundation and the anchoring and the solidity of a relationship, a marriage, really can win, especially when you do something shitty or they do something shitty and you don't want to forgive them. Page of Swords with a 10 of Swords. You betrayed me. I will never forgive you. Because that's all ego talking. So Leo, if you go all ego, then you lose the love of your life. And you're like, yeah, but if they're the love of my life, they wouldn't do me like that. They wouldn't have talked to them. They wouldn't have cheated. For some of my Leos, they didn't even cheat. They emotionally did, I guess. But it was really just for attention because they're insecure and they're not really embodied and fully grown up into who they are, Leo. So it actually has nothing to do with the fact that they're not happy with you. They are happy with you. Like, you guys have a good sex life, I'm hearing. But there's just something here that they're immature with the Page of Swords. They don't really know themselves and they like extra attention, Leo. So if you could actually just love them for who they are. Pause for 2 seconds. My phone overheated, you guys. It overheated, so you guys are hanging out in the fridge. Okay, I'm gonna cool. We will be going live again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, so for my Leos, apparently that got way too hot. I don't even know if this is going to save now. Now I'm worried that I'm not going to get through. All right. Leo, sorry that was short if it was short. Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Virgo. This is going to be really funny if this does actually save, because I'm going to upload it and save it if it does. All right, Virgo, Wheel of Fortune. Something is changing with the Tower in the Wheel of Fortune. Strong Jupiter energy, Sagittarius, I'm sensing here, and Scorpio. You could be dealing with any of the above, or someone who has Jupiter in those placements, also Libra. For some of my Virgos, oh, I don't like this. For some of my Virgos, you're shisty and you did one over, you did something not so great to a Scorpio or a fellow, I said fellow. So for some of you guys, you're actually a Virgo, but you think you're a Libra. Because in Vedic sidereal, which is where the planets actually were, If you're born, basically if you're born October 13th or 14th and earlier, you're technically actually Virgo. You're not a Libra. You could have Libra in other placements, but you're not, your sun sign is not actually Libra. If we went back to the day that you were born and we actually put a telescope to the sky, we would see that the sun was actually in Virgo still. It's just that the man-made calendar, which is off by a varying sense of degrees every single year, when it was designed, you know, set dates were for Virgo, set dates were for Libra. But that's not actually how the planets work, because they rotate, they move, they're not stationary. Things change, Virgo. Things change. For some of my Virgos, you might click off of this because I'm talking to a Virgo who doesn't like change. You don't want things to change, which is why you're actually betraying yourself by betraying somebody that you actually could have something really balanced. I'm hearing we could have had it all. You did my heart and soul, but you played me. Who is that? I can't think of. Is that Amy Winehouse? I'm really sorry, you guys, if I butchered that. I'm not sure who that is. Someone played somebody. Tower coming out again. Virgo, I do not like this energy. If you're a Virgo who did something shisty to someone, it's not going to go well. And if you're a Virgo who someone did something shisty to you, it's not going to go well. Whoever did something shisty, because Virgo, I'm sorry, but I'm picking up on a shisty situation here. So someone did you real dirty or you did someone real dirty. And if you did someone dirty because you're trying to get back at them for something, again, if you're trying to play God, he's going to backhand a hoe because he is, not you, he is. So for some of my Virgos, it's like I'm hearing get in line. Get in line. You better shape up because I need a man. With the Judgment card here, yeah, some of my Virgos are being called out. Some of my Virgos, you could be called out just because you're so unhappy and bored in a situation. You're like, is this my life? What? So it's like, some of my Virgos, you missed the gravy train. You missed the gravy train. Why did you miss the gravy train? It's like, you know, you could be someone who like loves gravy. I'm getting a really weird image. I'm just going to share it. Thanksgiving table. Your family's like, we don't eat gravy. Gravy's for the pigs. Da-da-da. We just eat our turkey dry. And you're like, but I really like gravy. And then, you know, like you invite a friend to Thanksgiving or something and they bring like a famous, you know, like gravy recipe. And they're like, oh, okay, you know what, thanks for inviting me. And they bring the gravy. And your family is like, they brought what? They brought the what? And, you know, your friend's like, well, sorry, I didn't know. And you're like, you know, sitting there and you're like, I love gravy. And you're like, in your head, you're like, I love gravy, but my parents and my family think gravy is like gross and wrong and this and that. So for some of my Virgos, there's something here where like what you're interested in or your soulmate or your soul path, your divine path, does not mix with where you came from. And that's not an issue. It's just you're making it an issue because you're completely throwing your authentic self under the bus, Virgo, to appease this other, I don't know, these people. It's very strange. All right, after Virgo is Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Judgment with the Three of Cups. Some of my Libras could be wanting to reconcile something. Yeah, with the Ace of Cups. Some of my Libras, you're wanting to offer something to someone. Someone's wanting to offer you. I'm hearing 2 turtle doves and a and a pear tree. On the first day of Christmas, my true love said to me. So some of my Libras, you could be fighting. Some of my Libras, you could be like, when are you going to propose? Or this could be a fight that some of my couples are getting into. When are we going to put a label on it? When are you going to commit to me? When are we going to get married? When are you going to put a ring on it? Libra, asking and like prying you or your person, if your person is doing this to you, I'm so sorry because that's not how you get what you want. And if you're doing this to someone, please stop because it's not how you get what you want. How do you get what you want? Well, you just live it authentically. And then if the person is like stepping up and aligned with you, then it will naturally go that way. And if someone's just like keeping things and this disappointing 4 of Cups not really going anywhere, then you have your answer there too, because if they're not doing anything, you need to cut it out. some of my Libras, there could be an emphasis on children here, fighting over a kid's school. There could be a different parenting techniques, different parenting styles, Libra. There could be like different school, different trains of thought, different education styles. Some of my Libras, yeah, there's like uncomfortability about differences. I'm hearing differences by Genuine. Is that my whole life has changed since you came in? I knew back when you were that special one. So some of my Libras, you were that special one. Okay, so deep in love. So yeah, for some of my Libras, you need to watch the Virgo reading, because I'm telling you, you're actually a Virgo. And there could be disappointment here because you're avoiding a soulmate or a soul situation because it doesn't fit with your confined, strict ideology of how a person should live, or how a situation should be, or what work should look like, or how someone should make money, or how someone should, like, there's just too much constriction and confinement, and it's actually like making you or somebody miserable, Libra. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio, we have Magician and Emperor, so you could be dealing with an Aries, or Gemini, I'm sensing, Scorpio. Or another Scorpio with the King of Cups. Also Pisces or Cancer with the Ten of Cups. Scorpio, somebody loves you. Or you love somebody. Or you guys love each other. King of Cups with the Ten of Cups. With the Four of Cups, I feel like this is someone loves the other more, Scorpio. Someone could love family more, and that could be making someone upset with the Five of Wands and the Ace of Cups. This actually could also go back to the Libra energy. Someone like really prioritizes the family or prioritizes the kids, and they keep their energy to themselves. For some of my Scorpios who are single parents, you aren't focused on love at all right now. You're just focused on yourself and your family and your truth, and you aren't letting anybody in or anybody get close to you. And people could be kind of disappointed by that, or people could feel like you're kind of being stingy, but you're like, no, I stand in my sword of truth. I'm hearing the sword and the stone. So there's something here, Scorpio, like you don't want to extend the olive branch to anyone. You're like, I'm good. I'm just gonna keep to me, my family, my children, you know, my job, and I'm just, no, we're good. I don't need it. So some of my Scorpios, you could be getting offers, but you're just like rejecting things left and right. For some of my Scorpios, you're really involved with the startup of a new business or a new job, a new venture. Three of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups. Spirit says you really need to refine your business plan. Make sure that you have steps, and make sure that you have goals. Are only goals if there's like tangible results, right? So like goals need deadlines. So Scorpio, give yourself deadlines, and that will help you progress forward. All right, last but not least, Sagittarius, Seven of Swords. Was that Virgo that had the Seven of Swords? I think it was. All right, so for some of my Sagittarius, you could be dealing with, I think it was Virgo. Maybe it was somebody else. For some of my Sagittarius, though, you're being shysty, or somebody's being shysty to you. Let's see what the Seven of Swords is about. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. You guys, if you want a personal reading, then message me. Six of Cups. So for some of my Sagittariuses, someone from the past is hitting you up, but with the Seven of Swords, they have not changed. The Hierophant in the reverse. Once a fuck buddy, always a fuck buddy. Sorry, Sagittarius, with the strength card here. They just want to get laid, or you just want to get laid. One of my Sagittariuses here with the Hierophant in the reverse, Six of Cups upright, you will say what you need to say. You'll say what you need to say to get laid, and then you'll GTFO out of there. And for some of my Sagittariuses, if that's not you doing that, then someone could want to do that to you. So again, maybe just take Scorpio's advice and keep to yourself, and just don't connect sexually with people unless you want, you know, some disappointing results, I guess, Sagittarius. Oh, disappointing results. Some of my Sagittariuses could be getting some disappointing results, but something that will heal with the Four of Swords with the Star card, so at least that's good. But I would definitely say this is the second time this is coming up, so Sagittarius, please get a health check. Please get a health check. Again, something can heal here, but it's like you have to be proactive. It's not going to heal itself if you avoid it. So Sagittarius, there's something here that you could be avoiding. This can also be mental or emotional. Some of my Sagittarius, you've been avoiding the depth of your emotional root cause of something, the reason why you do something, the reason why you numb something, the reason why you go to sex, the reason why, and that could just be like masturbating a lot. For some of my Sagittarius, it's like something here is just really strongly charged around sex. It's like Spirit is really trying to get some sort of ascension process here going, so you're not just operating in your lower carnal, sorry, but like dumb, duh frequencies. Sorry, but I have to say it like it is. But spiritual beings are supposed to be having, human beings are supposed to be having spiritual experiences. And for some of my Sagittariuses, Spirit is like wanting you to put a rest on the carnal, primal stuff and actually grow the F up spiritually. So sorry, not sorry. I just say the messages. I love you guys. If you'd like a personal reading, message me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.